is on. Hey folks, Connecting Dots here, aka Silver Gold Man. Okay, I'm inviting you again here through these nightly Google Hangouts. They'll be taking place over at the Silver Gold Man. I'll show you that YouTube channel in a second here. And well, in the meantime, because they don't take the Google Hangout doesn't take place till later on. That would be 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. on East Coast. If you live anywhere in between, you'll have to do the math. But in the meantime, you can check out this video. Boom! Right in their face. I'm telling you. I mean, I've already called out Dabu last summer. You remember he was scaring the bejesus out of everyone with that... oh, man. You remember we were supposed to be dead by now. I'm like, Mom, how come I'm still alive? Oh, man. Do you remember that whole thing, the Ebola? Anyway, so I invited him back then. Come on out on a... I'll take you on. I invite him out to the forum back then. I didn't have these live Google Hangouts, but now I got a live Google Hangout, so I'm calling him back out. He won't come out. They're chicken shits. This is the one thing I've noticed, and that's what tonight's Google Hangout will be, is how the New World Order is scrambling. They are afraid. Why? Because many, 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 many of you have woken up. I'm just one little small guy here on YouTube. I don't even get a lot of views from the alternative media, and I can tell there's a lot of you who have woken up to what's taking place. So there's a scramble on, and this is what I'd said last year in 2014. The crunch was on. Do you guys remember that? I don't know if anyone was following me in 2014, but boy, oh boy, did I ever nail this one. I knew it was coming down. Now, the only good news as far as this whole Fukushima fraud, well, Dana won't take me up on my $3,000 wager. I'm willing to debunk him live on Google Hangouts. I'll give him half an hour. He can go before me, go half an hour after me, and then we can all each have a couple of rounds back and forth. I promise not to swear at him or interrupt him. I'll give him the floor. He can present all the evidence he wants. Then I get to speak. Watch out. So they already know that I'm not a dumbass. I can pretty well pick up all the information and prove every one of my point how these people are all fucking corrupt. So the only good news I got out of this whole Fukushima fraud is that remember last year I was talking about Jeff Rentz, how I found out a long time ago when the swine flu went down in 2009 that Jeff Rentz was part of the New World Order. And why is that? Because he had Dr. Neiman, N-I-H-M-A-N if I'm not mistaken, from Ryza Labs in Chicago, who was running the flu tracker for him back then. So it was a swine flu was coming out. It was the same, as Ebola, scared of the bejesus, you're all going to die. Well, I busted Jeff Rentz because he had Dr. Neiman on his show every single day scaring people. And I was over at the flu tracker forum showing, hey, look, you know what? I got double peer reviewed. Whoa, that weighs a lot in the world of science. When you say, hey, I got double peer reviewed research here from the University of British Columbia in Canada, right where I happen to live, from Dr. Christopher Shaw, a neuroscientist, that shows that the adjuvants in vaccines cause neurological brain damage. Boom! They had to ban me. This is what happens all the time, by the way. If you're a truther and you come out with good, solid evidence, don't think any of these people will accept you around, okay? I should have been interviewed on Alex Jones way back in 2008 when I predicted the exact date of the 2008 stock market crash. He doesn't have real people on his channel. This is what many people have found out. It is the fraud and disinformation gang on YouTube, and that's what I'll be speaking about tonight in the Google Hangout. You'll want to catch me because I'm the only one. I shouldn't say I'm the only one. I'm one of the very few who's been out here since 2009, who's covered multiple topics, who has unbelievable track record of predictions coming out my yin-yang, and I should almost make a video and just spend my time, load the whole 15 minutes on what I've done. I'm not about that. I'm about awareness and, trying to save people money. If you've been over at the Silver Gold Man, you already know about that. So, one of the topics I want to discuss tonight is how I received this peculiar email with no subject. 10 o'clock this morning. Yeah, I am in the military unit here in Afghanistan, and we have some amount of funds that we want to move out of the country. My partners and I need a good partner, someone we can trust. How the fuck do these people know if they can trust me? I don't even know who these bastards are. Look at this. It is risk-free and legal. Yeah, I bet. Anyway, so I'll be sharing that info. I believe there is a scramble on YouTube. The New World agents are in trouble. I've been showing here how it intertwines, how they're connected on Fukushima and they're connected on other topics. So yeah, Jeff Renshaw, for example, used to have this criminal, Dana Durnford, who lives here on the West Coast where I live, on this expedition for life. Every Monday, he had the asshole on his show for an hour, and Dana would go off telling people how the Pacific Ocean is dead. 5,500 species are missing in the nursery beds on the West Coast. Unbelievable stuff that would come out of his mouth, and it was all promoted by Jeff Rentz. Well, Jeff Rentz has pulled a plug on Dana. Dana's no longer there. He's not there any Monday. He's not there Mondays. He's not coming back. Jeff had to cut that umbilical cord because, as I said, there's a scramble on YouTube, and this is why the circle jerk of corruption is tightening up. This is something many of you have already noticed this. So the nightly shows at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will take place at the Silver Gold Man. As you can see here, I've already loaded up tonight's event. It says Tuesday 6 p.m. because I'm on the West Coast. Yes, this in full. Let's expose it, folks. Come on, let's do it together. I can't do it alone. It's only by you guys joining in and putting in your 5 cents. Corbett Report, attached with Max Keiser, attached with Alex Jones. You know, my friend who was giving me a hard time for a long time, he's admitted, yeah, you're right, Corbett's part of it, pumping bitcoins at $685 while I'm making videos the exact same moment telling folks, hey, folks, it jumped up to $685. It's time, if you haven't jumped out already, get the hell out of that Bitcoin because it's about to drop. And dropped it did. Yep, 685 kerplunk. What can I say, folks? It's the same thing with the silver. Were they not telling you it was going to touch 15 and it would rocket off to $1,000 an ounce after it fell to 15? I was the only one telling you in, what was that, October of 2014, telling you folks, don't listen to these people. They're all fraud artists. Even the damn coin collector guys, they're all interconnected. It's one big circle jerk of corruption on YouTube. I'm trying to give you all a heads up here. So hopefully with my Fukushima calls, my prediction of the 2008 stock market crash, I'll provide the evidence for that if you haven't seen that one again here in the live Google Hangout 6 months before everyone else, telling them watch out. The Illuminati were going to crash the stock market in 6 months. Even my damn parents wouldn't even listen to me. My mother lost $127,000 the next day. You think she'd listen? No. There's people that are absolutely, you can't work on them no matter what. Yeah, even my bloody mother. What can I say, folks? But at least you've got an insight here if you've been paying attention to the Silver Gold Man and connecting dots to. Hopefully there's enough dots connected for you to figure out that the guy's on top of his shit and I'm not like the rest. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, that's what? That became your resistance? Yeah, it's going to be your support. So yeah, we're going lower, but they're not going to tell you that. So I hope you join me out here. Okay, Silver Gold Man, not at Connecting Dots 2, not at Connecting Dots 3, only at the Silver Gold Man, nightly. I'll try to do it every single night, okay? So tonight's show is starting 1 hour and 28 minutes. Hope to see you there. And yes, we'll be talking about gold and silver and why not Bitcoins. Leave me a good comment and we'll talk about anything. But I want to talk about the disinfo gang and how they are concerned. Yes, sirree, Bobs. Too much exposure coming out. Okay, talk to you soon.